So today we are going to discuss greedy algorithm. It is just the opposite to dynamic programming. So in dynamic programming we have globally optimal solution strategy, whereas in greedy method we have locally optimal solution strategy. So locally optimal solution in the sense, given the availability of the choices, whichever seems to be best, that sometimes leads to globally optimal solution, sometimes it leads to failure. However, there are cases where greedy method is useful technique. So why greedy algorithm will be using? So in optimization problem, algorithm often undergoes multiple steps presenting various choices at each juncture. Dynamic programming might be the go-to for some optimization challenges. Employing simpler and more efficient methods becomes paramount for the scenarios. So dynamic programming sometimes might not be that feasible considering the complexity of the problem. If the problem is not that much complex and we are not bothering about the time and all, so greedy choice is a good choice sometimes. So that is why we will use greedy algorithm. Okay, so why? Because greedy algorithm adheres to the simple principle: make the choice that appears to be the best at the moment, and it traverses a path of locally optimal choices, aiming that these cumulative decisions culminate into a globally optimal solution. This is what greedy algorithm tends to do. Meaning is that it will think, greedy algorithm always think that it will lead to the algorithm will lead to the best optimal solution, but most of the times it fails. What are the three ingredients of greedy method? One is the greedy choice property, second is the optimal substructure, and third one is the recursive or iterative development. So first choice is greedy choice property. So greedy choice property is what? The foundation of the greedy algorithm lies in the ability of assembling overall optimal solution by consistently selecting locally optimal choices. So this thing has to be available. The locally optimal choice criteria should be available at the moment. That is a greedy choice property. So at every decision point, the algorithm opts for the choice that seems most favorable within the context of the current problem. This is the greedy choice property. That means you should be able to apply greedy choice. The greedy choice property should be available at the moment. Second is the optimal substructure. Whenever you apply greedy method, there should be always a possibility of further optimizing the problem. Further optimizing the problem. So that is called optimal substructure. Okay. Let's say optimal solution should be 30. Greedy method is getting 20 in some scenarios. So that opportunity should be there. The structure should be the optimality option should be there. Optimality option, that means there should be a chance to optimizing the problem. That is called optimal substructure. Second one is recursive or iterative solution method. So usually we use recursive method only in greedy, but iterative method is also okay. So it sometimes, most of the times, greedy method follows divide and conquer strategy only. Okay. So here one example we have shown here. So this, let's say this is a graph related problem which finds the minimum cost from source to destination. So source to destination, and then you can see these are the weights given. So if the person here, and if he follows greedy method, then what he will do, he will try to pick, he has options of going here 1, 20 and 30. So you can see that first option is, three options are there for the first case, 1, 20 and 30. So greedy person always with, because this is at the end when the person will reach the destination, he should have the minimum minimum cost path. Okay. So greedy method thinking that he will pick this one, he might pick this one, not 20 and 30. If he picks 20, he might think that because it is more, 20 initially is more, he think that subsequent distances also will be more. He will think like that. Subsequent distance, because initially it is 20, but initially it is 1. So he might think that, oh, it is 1. So locally it is best options for me. So he will pick this 1. He'll pick this one. So like, he might pick this one. So if he picks this one, then 1 plus 100 plus 200, which is 301. Whereas if he could have picked 20 and then afterwards it is 3 and 2, that means 20 plus 3 plus 2, which is 25. Even the option 3 also is a good choice. But option 1 is a bad choice, but still he might pick this one. This is how greedy algorithm works. So locally it is well, first distance is 1, but globally when he reaches here it is a disaster. But locally it is fine. That's why it says that greedy algorithm is always gives locally optimal solution. So, but it is not the case that always it will fail. Sometimes it might pick 20 also randomly. So this is how greedy algorithm. So greedy method might choose this weight, one thinking that it will lead to minimum cost. However, it is bad choice as 100 and 200 are waiting afterwards. So greedy algorithm is bad choice, always local thinking and in a hurry. So while dynamic programming ascends from this, for solving sub-problems in a bottom-up manner, greedy strategy takes top-down approach. It subsequently make optimal choices, reducing the complexity of the original problem with each iteration.